I want to share with you a simple truth that has guided my life. Motivation is not something that magically appears only when we reach the pinnacle of success. It is, rather, woven into the very fabric of our everyday moments. I remember a time when I, too, struggled with the monotony of daily routine. I found myself caught in a cycle of self-doubt and inertia, wondering how I could possibly muster the energy to pursue my dreams when each day felt like a repetition of the last. But then I realized that every moment, no matter how ordinary, holds the potential for greatness if we only choose to see it. I often ask myself, how can one find purpose in the simple act of waking up each morning? The answer lies not in the grandeur of our plans, but in the small, seemingly insignificant moments that build the foundation of a fulfilling life. I began to observe the quiet beauty of a sunrise, the gentle smile of a neighbor, and the comfort of a kind word. I discovered that motivation is not found in some distant future goal, but in the very act of living, in appreciating the present. And in taking one small step at a time. I recall a time when I was invited to speak at a small community gathering. The room was modest, and the audience was not composed of the high-powered executives or renowned figures I was accustomed to addressing. Yet, as I looked into the eyes of those individuals, I recognized a shared longing for something that transcended the challenges of daily life. I began to speak about the power of everyday moments, of how each interaction could be a stepping stone toward a better version of ourselves. I said, remember, success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Those words resonated with the listeners because they understood that their journey was not defined by grand achievements alone, but by the everyday acts of courage and kindness in our fast-paced world. It is all too easy to become overwhelmed by the pressures of modern life. We are constantly bombarded with messages telling us that we must strive for more, do more, and be more. But I have learned that true motivation stems from within, from the ability to appreciate the little things that make life beautiful. I encourage you to take a moment and breathe deeply. Look around you, notice the vibrant colors of the world. The sounds of laughter, the warmth of the sun on your skin. These are not mere coincidences. They are gentle reminders that life, in all its simplicity, is a miracle. I once met a young man who was filled with frustration and despair, he felt. Trapped in a job he did not enjoy and a life that seemed to be slipping away. He believed that true motivation could only be found in the pursuit of extraordinary achievements, not in the small acts of daily living. I sat with him and listened to his story, and then I shared my own experiences. I told him how, in my early years, I had faced similar struggles, and how I eventually discovered that the secret to overcoming obstacles was not to seek out monumental moments, but to find meaning in every single day. I said, do not be discouraged by the magnitude of your problems. Instead, be inspired by the potential in every small victory. That conversation changed his perspective entirely. He began to see that by celebrating each minor success, he was laying the groundwork for a life filled with purpose and achievement. Every day, we encounter challenges that test our resolve. It might be the nagging voice of self-doubt, the fear of failure, or the uncertainty of what tomorrow might bring. I want you to understand that these challenges are not there to hold you back, but to push you forward when you face adversity. Do not shy away from it. Instead, greet it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. I firmly believe that our greatest successes are often born from our most difficult moments. I have seen time and again how individuals who dare to persevere through hardship emerge with a newfound sense of confidence and clarity. They realize that every setback is a setup for a comeback, and that true motivation is the fuel that propels them toward their dreams. I remember another instance in my life when I was struggling with the fear of speaking in public. The thought of standing in front of a crowd and sharing my ideas terrified me. But then I recalled a piece of advice that has stayed with me throughout my career. Take a chance. All life is a chance. The person who risks nothing, does nothing, has nothing, is nothing, and becomes nothing. With these words echoing in my mind, I decided to face my fear head-on. I took that first step, and, although my hands trembled and my voice wavered, I persisted. Over time, I realized that the very act of confronting my fear transformed it into a source of strength. Today, I stand before you not as someone who is fearless, but as someone who has learned to harness fear and turn it into a powerful motivator. I want you to know that you, too, can overcome any obstacle if you choose to see each moment as an opportunity for growth. I encourage you to cultivate a mindset that seeks out the beauty in everyday experiences. This is not about ignoring the hardships or challenges that come your way, but about shifting your perspective to recognize that every moment is a chance to learn something new about yourself and the world around you. For instance, when you find yourself stuck in traffic or waiting in a long line, consider these moments as opportunities to reflect, to listen to your favorite song, or to simply enjoy a moment of solitude. It is in these seemingly mundane intervals that you can rediscover your inner strength and reignite your passion for life. There is a particular saying that has always resonated with me: success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. I find that many of us are caught up in the relentless pursuit of more success, more money, more recognition, without ever taking the time to appreciate the blessings we already have. It is essential to pause and be grateful for the present moment, for it is in gratitude that we unlock the true potential of our lives. I urge you to make it a daily practice to acknowledge the small victories, to express thanks for the kind gestures of friends and family, and to find joy in the simplest of pleasures. By doing so, you will create a reservoir of motivation that will sustain you through even the darkest times. Over the years, I have witnessed firsthand the transformative power of positive thinking. I have seen individuals, once weighed down by doubt and negativity, rise to remarkable heights simply because they chose to believe in themselves and to embrace life with optimism. I'm convinced that the key to unlocking your potential lies in your ability to reframe your thoughts. When you replace the negative inner dialogue with affirmations of strength and possibility, you open the door to a world of opportunities. I often tell people, believe that you will succeed, and you will. This simple yet profound statement has the power to shift your entire mindset. It is not magic. It is the result of a conscious decision to view life through a lens of possibility and hope. I invite you to embark on a journey of self-discovery, one in which you learn to recognize and harness the power of motivation in your everyday life. Start by setting small, attainable goals. Perhaps you want to develop a new habit, learn a new skill, or simply dedicate a few moments each day to mindfulness and reflection. Whatever your goal may be, take that first step with confidence. Understand that every journey begins with a single, sometimes uncertain, step. Do not be discouraged if progress seems slow at first. Remember, it isn't where you start, but how high you aim that matters. Each small achievement builds upon the last, gradually leading you to greater heights. I also want to stress the importance of connecting with others on this journey. Human beings are naturally social creatures, and it is through our interactions that we find support, encouragement, and inspiration. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who challenge you to be your best, and who share your passion for life. Engage in meaningful conversations, share your dreams and struggles, and be open to learning from those around you. In doing so, you will not only find motivation in your own life, but will also contribute to a collective spirit of positivity and growth. There will be times when you feel overwhelmed, when the weight of your responsibilities seems too heavy to bear. In those moments, I urge you to remember that you are not alone. We all face periods of doubt and despair, but it is in these times that our true character is revealed. Do not shy away from seeking help or sharing your burdens with trusted friends, family, or mentors. Often, a kind word or a listening ear can make all the difference in reigniting the spark of motivation within you. I believe that one of the most powerful tools at our disposal is the art of storytelling. Throughout my life, I have shared countless stories, both my own and those of others, to illustrate the triumph of the human spirit. Stories have the remarkable ability to bridge the gap between our inner experiences and the external world, to show us that we are capable of overcoming even the most insurmountable obstacles. I encourage you to find and share your own stories of resilience and hope. Reflect on the moments when you triumphed over adversity, when you discovered an inner strength you never knew existed. Let these stories serve as a beacon of light during the darkest times, a reminder that you are capable of extraordinary things. As you navigate the ups and downs of life, remember that motivation is not a destination, but a journey. It is a continuous process of rediscovery, a commitment to finding beauty and purpose in every moment. There will be days when you feel on top of the world, and there will be days when you struggle to get out of bed. Both are part of the rich tapestry of human experience, and both offer valuable lessons if you are willing to learn from them. Embrace each day with an open heart and a curious mind, and you will find that even the simplest moments can become a source of profound inspiration. I want you to understand that the journey toward motivation and self-fulfillment is not always easy, but it is undoubtedly worth it. Each challenge you face, each setback you overcome, and each small victory you celebrate contributes to the unique story of your life. Do not compare your journey to that of others. Instead, focus on your own path and the progress you make each day. As I often say, develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. In this way, every experience, whether joyous or painful, serves as a stepping stone toward a more motivated and enriched life. I also want to remind you that inspiration can come from the most unexpected sources. Sometimes it might be a conversation with a stranger, a quiet moment in nature, or even a piece of music that resonates deeply with your soul. Be open to these moments of serendipity and allow yourself to be moved by the world around you. When you do, you will find that your reservoir of motivation grows exponentially, feeding your ambitions and your drive to achieve more. In closing, I want to leave you with a final thought that has guided me through many challenging times. Every day is a new beginning, a fresh page waiting to be written. Do not let the mundane routine of life dull your sense of wonder. Instead, seize each moment with gratitude and determination, knowing that within the smallest actions lies the potential for greatness. I urge you to rise each morning with a resolve to embrace life fully, to see the beauty in every interaction, and to cultivate a spirit of gratitude that will light your path forward. I speak to you now not just as an observer of life's trials and triumphs, but as someone who has walked the same road of uncertainty and emerged with a deep conviction that motivation is found not in distant dreams, but in the here and now. Let your heart be your compass and your experiences the fuel that drives you forward. And remember, no matter how daunting the journey may seem, every step you take brings you closer to the extraordinary life that awaits you. Now, I invite you to take a moment and reflect on the simple truths we have discussed today. Ask yourself, what small action can you take right now to honor the gift of today? Perhaps it is a smile shared with a stranger, a few moments of silence to appreciate the world around you, or even the courage to pursue a long-held dream. These actions, though seemingly minor, are the building blocks of a life well lived. As you move forward, carry with you the belief that each day holds endless possibilities, and that within the ordinary lies the seed of something extraordinary. I want you to know that the power to transform your life rests in your hands. Embrace each day as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become the best version of yourself. Let the simple moments of life be your guiding light, and let your inner strength shine through in all that you do. You are the architect of your destiny, and every small act of courage, every moment of gratitude contributes to the masterpiece of your life. Thank you for allowing me to share my thoughts with you today. I truly believe that if you nurture the spark of motivation within you, you can achieve anything you set your heart on. Now, go out into the world with confidence, passion, and the unwavering belief that every day is a fresh opportunity to create the life you have always dreamed of. Let your journey be filled with moments of inspiration, courage, and endless possibility, and always remember that the power to succeed lies within you.